Hey radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.
There is never a bad time for some good friends.
Dude, I'm in the bathroom. Get out of here.
This is the Ace and Friends radio show.
Yeah, Rob, I'd unplugged my headphones. Delayed the start of today's Ace and Friends show because I was like, my microphone's not working.
Hello.
Yeah, and I can see that it was, I see the needles moving. I'm like, what is going on? Why is my microphone not working? And then I realized I'd accidentally unplugged my headphones. And it was,
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, anybody here? Fun, funny, and fast. Welcome to Ace and Friends. Father's Day is over. Kind of feels like summer has fully kicked in now.
I feel summer.
It was the first, Saturday was hot.
Yeah.
93 degrees.
Steamy.
Yeah, steamy. I had this weird thing. I wasn't going to do it, then my wife, it kind of made me feel bad about it. But we went out Saturday. We had some friends of ours who came with us, and we had Dax, the baby. We went out on the boat for a little while. And we just beached at a place. We're hanging out. There was a lot of people around. One of those, you just pull up and park because it's convenient for you. There were probably 10 boats in this little beach area. Didn't know anybody there. You just start talking to people, whatever. But somebody took a picture. Well, Amanda said, we need to get a picture together. It was me and her and Dax. And she's wearing this white bikini. She looked beautiful. I'm wearing my white skin, not looking beautiful.
Looking pale.
Yeah, and she said, you're not going to post that picture? And I was like, She goes, I think it's a good picture of the three of us. And I guess it was, but I'm so white.
You're self-conscious about?
Very self-conscious about how white I am. Well, and about, anytime I'm standing there in just a swimsuit with no shirt on, next to my wife, who's a trainer, and again, much younger, and quite honestly, if I'm to be honest, I think she's smoking hot. I feel awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sure, Riggins, that was the picture. I think it looked okay. I just feel I'm so white.
Yeah.
Albino-ish white.
Yeah. But if you're going to compare yourself to her, that's tough.
Not fair.
Yeah, that's tough. But if you don't feel good, then that is legitimate. You don't feel comfortable posting it, then it's legitimate.
But I did. I ended up posting it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So what is this?
I didn't want her to
about?
be disappointed. I don't want her to be like, you're not going to post that picture? No. I posted it. You're not going to post it? You're not going to repost it? It's fine. It's fine.
Well.
Today, I know I've mentioned this several times because I'm fascinated by it, and I can't wait to go home and look up more information. 30 years ago today, the O.J. Simpson car chase took place.
I know. I feel like we just... wasn't an anniversary of something about OJ recently?
Well, it was a couple days before that. It was last week, like last Tuesday or Wednesday, that he killed him.
Oh.
That Nicole and
that's right. That would make sense.
So it was just a couple days later that they went to arrest OJ, and he fled.
Yeah.
Remember, he had cash. He had like $10,000 or something in cash, and a gun, and a disguise, and a mask or some sort of kind of a disguise.
Yeah.
And he's in the back, and AC is, I've got OJ in the car. Everybody's like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Because we were at a baseball game, a minor league baseball game, and came back after the baseball game. We're like, whoa, what is this? And because I knew something was wrong because we'd gone to this thing, and we got back at about 7:30. We stopped back by the radio station about 7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that, and thought, when I pulled up, why is everybody's car in the parking lot? This is weird. And it turns out because a lot of people had stayed after work. They were all standing around TVs watching the OJ chase. Like, what is happening right now? It was wild.
What year was it?
1994.
94.
Yeah. And you were what?
Six.
You were what, 8, Rob? You were 8 years old in 94? Yeah. But think about that. It all started in the middle of the afternoon, especially in California, like 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. 95 million people watched that.
Wow.
Over the course of 8 hours.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting there, got home, it was 10, 11 o'clock at night. You're sitting there watching, like, okay, he's in the driveway. They got him in the driveway.
Was OJ a popular person at that time? He was very popular.
Yeah, he was beloved. The Hertz rent-a-car commercials, and there was something else he did commercials for, and the the variety of movies that he'd done.
He was in Naked Gun, right?
Naked Gun. That's what I was trying to think of. Yeah, he was in the Naked Gun movies. He was one of the stars of the Naked Gun movies. People loved OJ.
Was the story out that the wife had already died?
Oh yeah, everybody knew.
Everybody knew.
Oh, that was the biggest story in the country at the time when she was killed. So OJ's wife and this guy who may have been her lover were killed. You know, and it's because it was such a terribly bloody crime scene.
Yeah, he almost decapitate her?
Yeah. It was a horrific crime scene. You saw the pictures, like, God, it's hard to believe somebody could do that. But they could. So yeah, that was 30 years ago today.
Coming up on Ace and Friends.
A lot happening today when it comes to Ace and Friends, including, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Because Riggins found a video that just was like, oh man, it's so sweet.
Oh God, I don't even want to hear this. I bawled my eyes out last night watching this.
It's a tough one. Next.
This is Ace and Friends.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Ace and Friends.
Father's Day was Sunday, as was the final day of the U.S. Open golf tournament. Now, Riggins, you found this video. Explain exactly what people are about to hear.
So the U.S. Open took place at Pinehurst in Pinehurst, North Carolina. It's this beautiful golf club, and the staff there put out a telephone, an old school telephone, out onto one of the tables, and then just wrote a simple message next to it. It said, "Happy Father's Day. Leave a message for your dad," or something along those lines. And then they recorded people walking up to the telephone and just leaving these sort of messages to their fathers.
It's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, it's really good.
Because, and you say, well, they don't hear it. The message doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
I guess they're aware they're being filmed. They have to let them know they're being filmed. And you're on the grounds in public setting. You know you're being filmed. But there's just something about wanting to leave a message. There's something about it. Listen to this. Oh, this is so sweet. This guy's probably, what, 75 years old?
He's an old guy.
He's a grandfather.
Yeah.
We know that. Listen to this message.
This is your son, George, Pinehurst, North Carolina, watching the U.S. Open. That's golf. Something you may never have heard of, certainly not played. But I'm here with your grandson as his guest, and just wish him wherever you are, happy day, and we love you. Bye.
So good. To hear an old person, somebody commented this, they said, to hear a person that old say, "Hey, Dad,"
Yeah.
it's crazy, I was watching this last night, bawling my eyes out. I mean, it's crazy.
There's a moment at the end of it when he puts the phone down that he just takes just a brief moment. He kind of pauses and then walks away. And you're like, golly, that was good.
Yeah. And there's a bunch of them up on their TikTok, on Pinehurst TikTok, and it's young people and older people and women and men all just leaving these like sweet messages for their dad. It was really good.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Really good content.
Yeah, and whatever that is that gives us that desire to leave a message that you know is not going to be heard.
Right.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Whew. Anyway.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Coming up on Ace and Friends.
Is she a Love Island girl or a Bachelor girl? Thanks to my wife, I just learned some very valuable information that you can use to kind of assess what type of lady your lady is, or a lady that you may know. This could be fun. Coming up next.
Follow Ace and Friends on all social media platforms at Ace Cannon Media. More Ace and Friends coming up.
We're here with our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies, and Richard, people have credit card bills, and they need to use that equity, don't they?
That's right. Use the equity in your home, restructure your debt, save yourself a bunch of money, and it's easy.
We've got the instant equity. It's simple. They make you an offer. You can close in 4 days, get your money that quick. Ace, you've done it.
Yeah, I've done it. It'll change your life in virtually no time. Starts with a free 5-minute phone call, 704-800-4719, or online at homewithrichard.com. The Richard Toccato Company.
Richard Toccato Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Ace and Friends.
I mentioned last week that my wife is obsessed, totally into the TV show Love Island, which is out now. It's on 6 nights a week. I think there's actually a 7th night, but it's just like a weekly recap show in case you miss anything.
Okay.
It's new content. Now, to be fair, as we explain this, because everybody's kind of varied ages, my wife is 31. She'll be 32 next week. And I know that sounds crazy because I'm 56.
Ew.
Yes. But, and I learned this because my wife was never a fan of The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. She did enjoy The Golden Bachelor. For whatever reason, she found that interesting. She thought they were more real than the regular Bachelor, Bachelorette. However,
interesting.
She loves Love Island. And she just told me yesterday, she goes, I forgot how she phrased it. And I said, hang on, what does that mean? What does it mean to be a Love Island girl as opposed to a Bachelor girl? It's very simple. According to my wife, Love Island has more action. Plus the fact that they spend almost all their time, in bikinis, swimsuits, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
That it seems to be more about fun, sexy, with some drama built in. And the fact that they're moving people in and out all the time, makes it where you're not really sure what's going to happen next. As opposed to The Bachelor, which is more, hope for love. She's a Love Island girl, definitely not a Bachelor girl.
Okay.
She's more into the fun, the sexy, as opposed to, and the bodies and all, as opposed to just people looking for some type of fake love, as you determine on The Bachelor. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And you look at them. One, Love Island is bright, splashy, neon, all that kind of. The Bachelor is more candlelight,
romantic
dinners, romantic, that kind of thing.
This is like Jersey Shore.
This is
wild.
Probably one step below Jersey Shore wild.
Yeah, that's okay. It's reality. You want a little bit of trashy. I don't have anything.
Yeah,
wrong with
and
that.
you know that it's not all completely real.
Oh, is it not?
I don't, but I assume it's not. I don't assume any reality show is completely real.
Does somebody get married at the end of Love Island?
No.
No, there's no marriage.
No, there's no marriage. I mean, unless they, decided to propose, but there's not. Their goal is not marriage.
Yeah,
it's just to meet someone and fall in love and say, this is my person.
For 6 nights a week, they do that.
6 nights a week.
What? Okay.
It's a lot.
That is a lot. It's a lot of content.
I find that a lot of it is pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, right. Do they do challenges and stuff?
Oh, yeah,
what's in the...
Let's see. One of the challenges, I don't know how it was set up or how they were doing it, but the women were dressed up as old school flight attendants.
Okay.
In these little short skirts and all. And the men were wearing very skimpy little bathing suits. And somehow they matched up. And there was some twerking. And then a girl would pick a guy, and he went over and grabbed her and pick her up and wrapped her legs around him, and they ended up under this little waterfall they had. They would make out under the waterfall.
Oh my gosh.
And everybody would judge them and vote for them and hoop and holler,
That's why she liked the Golden Bachelor, because they were doing the same stuff. They were twerking and making out under waterfalls on the Golden Bachelor.
I don't know whether to be happy or sad about the fact that she's a Love Island girl as opposed to a Bachelor girl.
This is Ace and Friends.
Our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and we're talking about home improvement. That doesn't just mean, like, my wife thinks our home would improve if I left it. That's not what that means, is it?
Yeah, for Jody, that would probably help her out. But for everybody else, we need a sun deck, or they want a backyard kitchen. It's an easy phone call to 704-800-4719 or log on to homewithrichard.com.
Now, you've got the money in your home. Let Richard find it. HomeWithRichard.com. It's the Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group.
This is Ace and Friends.
This is why we have the internet. Why we're supposed to have the internet. You know, all the time people say, oh, the internet's a terrible place and it's horrible and people get treated cruelly and all that kind of stuff. That's true. All that stuff is true. But there are good people out there who have a good sense of humor. There is a lady in Germany. This is the good news today, by the way. There's a lady in Germany who joked online after her daughter asked her if she had any regrets. And she said her one regret in life was that she did not buy a sweater that she saw in Iceland 3 years ago that had puffins on it. I don't know what a puffin is.
Looks like a penguin.
Okay.
Kind of.
And then she posted a photo of the sweater and said that was her one regret in life, that she didn't buy that sweater when she saw it.
That's nice.
Well, here we go. But now she can't say that she has no regrets because a random guy in New York happened upon her post. And then he messaged her or posted underneath it and said his biggest regret in life is the fact that he bought that sweater for his wife a year ago and she's never worn it.
Jeez.
So you know what he did?
Send her the sweater.
The guy went and got the sweater out of his wife's closet and sent it to this lady.
That's wonderful.
I was like, that's cool.
That's wonderful.
That's why we should have the internet right there.
For that to be your biggest regret, not buying the puffin sweater, I mean, I'm so jealous of that.
Yeah. Are you a person that do you have many regrets in life?
Not really, but I know if I did, it would be more significant than not buying a puffin sweater.
Yeah. Rob, you don't strike me as a person who has regrets.
Every once in a while, like if I don't go somewhere with somebody and it's something I wanted to do, I would regret it sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Neither one of y'all have regrets though.
No.
Oh, I got regrets. I got regret.
What's a big regret?
Let's just move on.
Oh,
Okay.
A Great Dane in Iowa named Kevin is now the Guinness World Record holder for the tallest dog in the world. They measure the dog from the ground to the top of their shoulder blades when standing on all fours. 3 feet 2 inches.
For some reason, I thought it would have been bigger than that. 3 feet 2 inches?
Yeah. But then its head comes up above that. It's just the shoulder blades.
Yeah, they should measure from the top of the ear or something.
Wouldn't you have thought they measure from the top of the head all the way to the ground?
Yeah, the shoulder blade. I mean, that's weird.
Standing on his hind legs, he is well over 6 feet tall.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah. The owner said he's still deathly afraid of the vacuum. Yeah.
Great Danes are good dogs.
I had a Great Dane when I was a kid. It was a phenomenal dog. I had it for a long time. It was fantastic. We had to get rid of it because it got too big and it would just pull. It could pull away from the chain or the rope and get loose. And we gave it to a guy that owned a farm, and they were going to use it to help with cattle and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's what my dad said. That's what my dad said.
This is Ace and Friends.
We're here with our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies. And, you know, Richard, people have credit card bills and they need to use that equity, don't they?
That's right. Use the equity in your home, restructure your debt, save yourself a bunch of money. And it's easy. We've got the instant equity. It's simple. They make you an offer. You can close in 4 days, get your money that quick. Ace, you've done it.
Yeah, I've done it. It'll change your life in virtually no time. Starts with a free 5-minute phone call, 704-800-4719, or online at homewithrichard.com. The Richard Toccato Company.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
Ace and Friends.
When it comes to a relationship, how much can you overlook? How much should you overlook? I think that depends on the person and the relationship and the nature of the red flag. So I saw these online. These are dating red flags in a relationship. People sharing red flags, wanting to know should they or should they not overlook these things.
Okay.
All right. So would you overlook these red flags in a relationship? My girlfriend is an Uber Eats driver and confessed that she sometimes eats French fries from certain orders.
I can overlook that.
I could overlook that. Rob, could you overlook that one?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Was getting drinks with her girlfriends and wound up in a photo on social media sitting in another guy's lap. If you're dating that girl, is that something you can overlook?
I can overlook that.
No.
You couldn't, Rob?
Unless it's like her brother or something. But I know it ain't.
Yeah. I think I could overlook that. Like, okay, well, what's the story here?
Yeah, were you drunk? I mean,
Yeah. Were y'all being silly for a moment?
Yeah,
It's like a picture, you know.
if she was like kissing him or something, then I'd have an issue, even if it was a joke.
Who's the guy? You know, is it your friend's friend, or your friend
Yeah.
knows the guy, and y'all were just being goofy, or somebody's boyfriend, or whatever. Mm-hmm. Okay. My boyfriend says that he gets a euphoric high from killing iguanas. Should she overlook that red flag?
I don't know.
I think that seems problematic to me.
Yeah, it was
Serial killer behavior.
Yeah.
killing iguanas.
My girlfriend let her good-looking coworker fill up her gas tank as a birthday present. They even rode together to the gas station.
Yeah, I can still.
You can overlook that?
Yeah,
I have a real problem.
He's
with that.
definitely flirting with her, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think
Gas is expensive.
Yeah. If that means I didn't have to take her car after work to the gas station, I'm like, oh, fine. Oh, I can overlook that.
Yeah, I don't know that I could overlook that. I don't think I could overlook that one.
You'd rather the girl sit on some dude's lap than get free gas from her?
Yeah.
Man,
Because
that's
one could be just goofing around being silly. The other is a planned, and she knows that guy's trying to flirt with her.
Sure. You don't think women take advantage of like men's flirtations?
Of course, I'm sure they do, but you know, there's a line there. If you're seeing someone, we're kind of going out, and you're letting this guy buy you gas. I don't know. That seems like it's a problem. I have realized there is a problem in my relationship with my wife. It's not a problem. My reaction to something is a bit problematic.
No, I would never believe that.
Next, hang on.
This is Ace and Friends.
It's been a debate here for years.
Does great furniture look good?
Or does it feel good?
Does it fit the style of the room good?
Or does it sit good?
Well, after years of debate,
And years of research.
we've decided great furniture
Is good fitting?
and good sitting.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and get an Adirondack chair for just $279. In stock and ready to rock only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Ace and Friends.
I am not a jealous person. For example, I enjoy the fact if I'm in a lake, a pool, a beach, and people, you know, I catch guys checking out my wife in her bikini. I don't mind at all. I'm like, yep, that's right. That is right. But I've realized something. I go to every now and then. I go to this really hard workout class on Saturday mornings with my wife. And I told y'all about this story a couple of weeks ago. We went, and there was a guy there that afterwards messaged her on social media and didn't realize that she was married. Now, he didn't do, for the record, he did not do anything wrong. He did not know she was married. He apologized, said, I'm sorry, I did not realize you were married. He has not messaged her again since or anything like that. He's done nothing inappropriate.
Yeah.
But we went back to the workout thing on Saturday. And it's like, it's a 40-minute workout that you can burn. I burn like 600 calories in 40 minutes. It's working. And he did, the first time this guy was there, he was there again on Saturday. And when he works out, he's obviously he's probably close to 30 years, around 30 years old. Shirt off, six-pack.
Looking good.
He's not a big guy, but he's very lean and toned, very fit. Tan. And so I have realized that which is my nature because I'm kind of a competitive person, he became my competitor for the day.
Yeah.
And I was monitoring. You go to different stations. And what station's he on? How much weight is he doing? Okay. All right. So, for example, at one point, he came off doing these squats that had to do these kettlebell swings. And I realized that the first round, I went He, on his kettlebell swings, he was right in front of me. He was doing kettlebell swings with more weight than I did in my first round. So you know what I did?
Upped it.
Upped it.
That's right.
Upped it.
Yeah. That's
I'm not
I don't think that's
because he was on
problematic.
the stationary bike while I upped it. I want to make sure. So you don't do any more than I do.
Yeah.
He probably did a lot better than I did because it was heavier than I thought it was. I picked it up. I was like, oh damn, this is more than I thought it was.
Mm-hmm. I think that's healthy competitive
I'm like,
spirit.
yeah, watch that.
Is he good looking?
Yeah.
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 That's
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah. And so, I probably shouldn't be going back because I'm gonna end up hurting myself before it's over.
Yeah, you can throw out a back or something, throw out your back.
Over. And how good would that look if I suddenly go down because I've thrown a shoulder out of socket, swinging a big old heavy kettlebell?
I bet it happens. I'm sure it
I'm like
happens.
an idiot. He's like, that's the guy she's married to.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah.
Come on.
Follow Ace and Friends on all social media platforms at Ace Cannon Media. More Ace and Friends coming up.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.
Ace and Friends.
Things change over time. What was acceptable 50 years ago may not be acceptable today. Here's an example. This lady has a cat, and she's showing her brand new cat to her grandmother, and the grandmother's holding the cat and loving it and petting it, and this transpires.
If people had cats and they'd sometimes have 4 or 5 kittens, they'd just drown them.
Ooh. Now, it's something you want to hear as you hand over your new kitten. Back in my day.
I mean, Grandma's not lying.
No, I don't know. I don't doubt it.
But it's like, okay.
When we were kids, if people had cats and they'd sometimes have 4 or 5 kittens, they'd just drown them.
Yeah. Yikes. So maybe some things do get better.
Now, on the surface, it sounds bad.
Yeah, no. On the deeper side of it,
that's because it is bad.
Yeah. Sounds pretty bad.
That's not one of those you can go. But at that time,
yeah.
It was a different way. Still bad. There's no working around that one for Grandma. Hey, they didn't know how bad smoking was back then.
Yeah.
That's why everybody smoked. It was not a big deal. Yeah, young kids smoked because they didn't understand. A little different with this one. Yeah. You still knew you were killing cats.
When Grandma says, "I have something fun to share," you just you kind of get a little tense. You're like, "Where this could go either way," but it's leaning towards not good.
It's leaning towards not good.
Let me tell you a story. You're like, uh-oh.
Coming up on Ace and Friends.
Jerry West, famous basketball player, died last week. He was known as the logo. He literally is the NBA logo. What could you be the logo for? Next.
This is Ace and Friends.
Our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and we're talking about home improvement. That doesn't just mean, like, my wife thinks our home would improve if I left it. That's not what that means, is it?
Yeah, for Jody, that would probably help her out. But for everybody else, we need a sun deck or they want a backyard kitchen. It's an easy phone call to 704-800-4719 or log on to homewithrichard.com.
Now, you've got the money in your home. Let Richard find it. HomeWithRichard.com. It's the Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
This is Ace and Friends.
So Jerry West died last week. 86 years old. Unbelievably successful in the world of basketball, period. All-American in college. All-star. He's the logo of the NBA. He's an NBA Hall of Famer. He's a world champion. He won an Olympic gold medal. Then, as a general manager, he built a couple of teams that won world championships. And then, most recently, he helped put together the Golden State Warriors team with Steph Curry and Kevin Durant that won 3 or 4 championships. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, an impressive person.
That's how you get to be the logo, which I think is one of the greatest nicknames ever. Like, that's pretty hard to overcome. Yeah. What's your nickname? Oh, I'm the logo.
That guy.
Yeah, that's me.
See that? That's me.
Look right here. If you could be the logo for something, what would it be?
I would be the logo for footstools. When I'm at home, I want to be sitting with a footstool. I don't like just sitting. Like at work, you got your feet on the ground. When I'm at home, I want my feet up. I don't like recliners.
When you're at home, Riggins, so you don't want to recline.
I think recliners are, it doesn't matter what I think of. I like having my feet up, and I don't like recliners. So I have a lot of footstools, but I will even add another pillow to get my feet even a little bit higher. I like putting my feet up and not on the coffee table.
At first glance or first listen, that seems like more of an old person. Footstool doesn't sound like something a young person.
Ottoman, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Poof. Yeah, right. One is actually just a poof.
What is a poof?
A nicer, fancier footstool.
Okay.
A more chic footstool.
Okay. I never knew that about you. I never knew you were a footstool person, Riggins.
I like having my feet up. I don't know, because I'm on my laptop a lot.
Yeah.
So I use that downstairs. Upstairs, I've got another ottoman.
And you'd rather put your feet up on the ottoman or the footstool or whatever, as opposed to spreading yourself out down the length of the couch.
Never lay down on the couch. Never. Have never laid down on the couch.
So you're always sitting upright, but with your feet up on something.
That's correct. So I picture it from the side, the profile like the logo.
Right.
Guy sitting couch upright, shoulders back,
little legs,
feet.
2 legs of the footstool coming down.
2 little sticks.
Reverse V kind of thing.
Propped up. Even, yeah, absolutely. I'd be that logo from the side.
That's beautiful. A thing of beauty. I love it.
This is Ace and Friends.
We're here with our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies. And, richer people have credit card bills, and they need to use that equity, don't they?
That's right. Use the equity in your home, restructure your debt, save yourself a bunch of money, and it's easy. We've got the instant equity. It's simple. They make you an offer. You can close in 4 days, get your money that quick. Ace, you've done it.
Yeah, I've done it. It'll change your life in virtually no time. Starts with a free 5-minute phone call, 704-800-4719, or online at homewithrichard.com. The Richard Toccato Company.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Meal delivery services are a big thing right now, but Table and Twine is your local meal delivery service. The meals are fresh, not frozen like national chains. Plus, their meals start at just $7.99 a serving. Take back that time in your day, leave the shopping, preparation, and cooking to Table and Twine. Get details at tableandtwine.com. That's tableandtwine.com.
This is Ace and Friends.
You don't have to be old to feel old, or to do something and realize, oh, this is kind of an old person thing. On our social media, we posted, what's something you've bought recently that made you feel old? Compression socks was a big answer. You don't have to be old to buy compression socks. Most people are older, but sometimes people have issues. So we had a guy that worked with us one time that wore compression socks.
Yeah.
Because he was diabetic, and it helped with the circulation in his legs.
That'll make you feel old.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So what's something you bought recently that made you feel old? Candace said, bird feeders.
That's an old person thing. Bird feeders?
Yeah, she's not old at all. She looks like she's in her maybe early to mid 30s. It's like, I don't know, she just wanted a bird feeder at her house. As I saw it, thought it'd be cute to see birds.
Oh my gosh.
Angel said, a container of mixed nuts and seed to help me poo.
Oh. Okay.
Melissa said she purchased some really comfy granny panties. I am so happy with it.
Granny panties.
Brittany said, I'm about to turn 38, so I bought and started some succulents in a terrarium to raise.
Oh, God.
A terrarium?
A terrarium?
Yeah. I didn't even know people do that. I thought that was just in schools and everything.
Like a little jar with plants in them.
Yeah.
That is old.
Again, and you can see everybody's picture. Like this, Mona said, a oversized jar of ibuprofen.
Yeah, the big one. Yeah,
like,
I get that.
Only old people buy this much ibuprofen at one time.
I think when you buy your first set of wind chimes, that's got to like being old. You don't see young people buying wind chimes. My parents, they can't get enough wind chimes.
Really?
Oh my God, they love them.
There's another one that makes a good point. Maybe the most common answer of 140 responses on our Facebook page, and it's the daily pill case.
I know you guys say you had that. I was like, that's the oldest thing I've ever heard of.
It just makes life faster and easier in the morning.
It's just so old.
And I don't take any medicine, just like vitamins and stuff. But I just put them. I think I can divide them all up, and they're real nice.
They have the little the MT. Oh God, yeah, that's
you
so
have
old.
one too, don't you, Rob? Rob, don't you have the little pill bottle also with the letters on it?
I use it I don't use it for like the number or whatever. I just use it for travel purposes.
Oh, just for travel purposes.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's in a toiletry bag. That's even older somehow. It feels old.
That's the number one answer there. The little pill bottle.
This is Ace and Friends.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin. If you want all of the heating, air, and electrical work in your house done by the very best, then you need Bradham Brothers. They've been a family business thriving for over 50 years, and that means they're doing something right. Go to Bradham Brothers.
Ace and Friends.
Strap in as we take a quick run around a few things that you might find interesting. Rarely are all of these things celebrity related, but they are today. Gordon Ramsay got into a bad Gordon Ramsay got into a bad cycling accident in Connecticut and said the only reason he's alive is because he was wearing a helmet.
I saw that.
He said, thanks to those incredible trauma surgeons, doctors, nurses, and the hospital that looked after me this week. They were amazing. You've got to wear a helmet. I don't care how short the journey is. Wow. He said, I don't care how much these cost. From now on, his kids have to wear helmets all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't give any videos, but he did post a video. His body is bruised up. He's black and blue and purple. You might find this interesting. Taylor Swift still has the number one album in the country 3 months after it was released, 2 months? Or has it been longer than that?
No.
But, part of that reason is because there are 34 different versions of the Tortured Poets Department. It's been out for 2 months. She's released 34 quote-unquote different versions. Vinyl, digital CD, and cassette. So every different version has 4 different versions, if that makes any sense.
34.
Some people say she's just milking the fans. But they did point out that, hey, Led Zeppelin once put out an album called In Through the Outdoor with 6 different covers, except the trick was the album came wrapped in like butcher paper, that heavy brown paper, and you bought the album, then you opened it up to see which cover you got.
Okay.
So people would go back and double up and buy again, just to see what they get the next time around. And Billie Eilish is the 3rd artist to surpass 100 million monthly listeners on Spotify. The Weeknd and Taylor Swift were the first 2. She's also the youngest to do it. Billie Eilish is just 22 years old.
That's crazy.
100 million people are subscribed to listen to her on Spotify.
Man. That's super impressive.
Yeah, The Weeknd has 107 million. Taylor Swift has 102 million, but both of them have more than double the amount of songs that Billie Eilish has.
Yeah. Yeah, she's only had, 3 albums?
Yeah. God, 100 million people subscribe to Billie Eilish.
That's crazy.
That is you can't deny that connection that she has with an audience.
And I think the coolest thing about her is that she gets to tour and make all this stuff with her brother, who's, you've seen them talk. They're like best friends.
Yeah.
So to be able to do all this together has got to be like the most fun thing you can imagine.
Yeah, I would think so.
You're just touring with your sibling, your best friend. That's dope.
That's a few things you might find interesting.
We came here to have a good time. This is Ace and Friends.
Our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and we're talking about home improvement. That doesn't just mean, like, my wife thinks our home would improve if I left it. That's not what that means, is it?
Yeah, for Jody, that would probably help her out. But for everybody else, we need a sun deck or they want a backyard kitchen. It's an easy phone call to 704-800-4719 or log on to homewithrichard.com.
Now, you've got the money in your home. Let Richard find it. HomeWithRichard.com. It's the Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
When it comes to buying or selling a house, you know, there are all kinds of people that can help you do that, but not like the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. They are so much more than just real estate salespeople. Find out by going to acetj.com/Temple team.
They say there are only two things certain in life: sweet deals at Sweet Dreams and taxes.
And only one of those is certain this month.
Which one?
The sweet deals at Sweet Dreams.
What about the taxes?
No sales tax the entire month of April at Sweet Dreams.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And don't call me Shirley.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and pay no sales tax during the month of April. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Ace and Friends.
Regan, you ever been in a car accident?
No.
Never?
No.
Good for you. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, knock on wood.
Yeah, it can be a rather traumatic experience if you're in a car accident. But this girl was filming herself giving advice to her friend about her relationship when this occurred.
Talking about how this guy that you went on a date with kept calling you bro, dude, man, whatever. Ah! I just got hit, dude. What the Are you kidding me?
Oh. Trying to do a little TikTok and this car interrupts you.
She gets popped. I mean, that thing just bam out of nowhere. You see it like knocks her up. It's crazy.
Yikes.
She needs to clean that potty mouth up a little bit.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Yeah, but still, it's like you didn't see that coming at all.
That's so weird because now she's got that documented on video. That doesn't happen often when you get rear-ended like that, to have it all captured.
There is one time when I worked in Huntsville, Alabama, driving the station vehicle down the road, down the highway on a Friday night, headed to an appearance. And a car pulled up alongside, and it was these girls in a car that were like, hey! Recognized the radio station, the show, the whole thing. Hey! And I was driving like, hey, how are you? And next thing I know, one of them goes, ah! And they slammed it in the back of the car right in front of them.
Oh, no.
And I got to keep driving.
You just kept going.
Yeah, because I'm in the middle of...
You didn't stop?
No, it's highway.
The guy that will stop for any incident on the road.
That is true.
The people recognize you from the radio station, get into a car accident, and you don't stop.
They were in a turn lane.
Ace.
The light was green. I had to keep going forward.
Don't you think that's odd based on the previous things you've said for years?
It is. I do believe in stopping and helping people.
Right.
I do it regularly.
Uh-huh.
However, in this moment, there was too much traffic. I'm literally driving a boombox. It's a boombox on a trailer that I'm driving around. And I understand. I couldn't just stop. I would have had to go down, turn, go down the road, make a big loop because you can't make a U-turn with the boombox. It would have taken, by the time I would have gotten back, there would have been nothing to, what am I going to do? I could be of no help. And I had to be somewhere on time for the radio station. I've always felt bad about that I didn't go back and help them.
Okay, you do feel bad that you didn't go back.
I mean, I got over it 'cause it's been a long time ago. But for a while, I was like,
what a shocking revelation!
That's true. I should have. No, I shouldn't have gone back. I couldn't help them at that point. I couldn't help them.
They recognized you, and you were just like, I got something to do.
I got places to be, ladies. Bam. Pick up that glass.
This is Ace and Friends.
We're here with our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies, and you know, Richard, people have credit card bills, and they need to use that equity, don't they?
That's right. They use the equity in your home, restructure your debt, save yourself a bunch of money, and it's easy. We've got the instant equity. It's simple. They make you an offer. You can close in 4 days, get your money that quick. Ace, you've done it.
Yeah, I've done it. It'll change your life in virtually no time. Starts with a free 5-minute phone call, 704-800-4719, or online at homewithrichard.com. The Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Ace and Friends.
So Riggins found this video. What's the definition of a delusional empath, Riggins?
So an empath, you see that word get tossed around a lot on social media now. It's somebody who feels more deeply. It's different than sympathy. It's actually taking on their emotions as your own, so you feel things much more heavily than most people do.
Yeah. Sometimes it can seem a little dramatic.
It is dramatic.
All right. It's dramatic in this case, especially. Yeah. Check this out.
If you want to know what it's like to be delusional empath, this is what that looks like. I just went through Starbucks. Then the person in front of me didn't even get a drink. They just got a pop cup. And their dog, they got out with their dog to give him the pop cup. And he was so old. And I'm probably just delusional, but like, I've seen too many videos, and the only thing I can think is that it's his last pop cup. What is wrong with me?
At least she recognizes, like, this is straight delusion. What's wrong? What is wrong with you?
All I can think is this is his last pop cup. That dog will be around for 10 more years. You don't know that?
She's sobbing.
Yeah, she's sobbing. It's crazy.
Oh, I can think Secondly, she said she's seen a lot of videos of it. Yeah. So a lot of people are sharing, like, this is his last pup cup. God, get some better content. That's so depressing. That is so depressing. I'm going to record my dog eating his last pup cup. My God.
People do that. They record like the last hug with their dog and then post it. So what are you doing?
Holding their grandma's hand in the hospice. It's like, oh God.
Don't post that. Don't post that. But you know, we have a basset hound. He belonged to my wife several years before she got him before I even knew her. And the basset hound is now 10 years old. And she was telling me the other day, I saw this guy that I follow online, and he's got a basset, and this basset just posted a tribute to me, just 8 years old. I know our time is running out with Toby. I'm like, whoa.
Okay. Yeah. No, I mean, I get it, but
time
also
is not running out with Toby. Like he's probably going to be 18, 20. You know, we're going to get a good 6, 7, 8, 9 years run out of this thing. He's perfectly healthy. Let's don't get carried away.
What is the lifespan? Do you know?
It's around 14.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Yeah, he's not living past his expectancy.
I think not at the moment.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's 12.
Yeah.
That's going to be a bad
day.
God. That's going to be a bad day.
Yeah.
I've lived through that once before already.
Yeah, understandably. I get it.
That's a tough way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
this is his last pup cup.
This
is Ace and Friends.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Ace and Friends.
My son turns 1 Sunday. It's his actual birthday. His birthday party is on Saturday. My wife is a basket case this week.
Yeah.
She said the other night, so it would be perfect because we rotate nights, alternate nights, putting him to bed after we do bath time routine all together. And she said it'd be perfect that you can do bath time with them on Father's Day, and then I'll do his bath time. I'll do his bath time with him on his last night. I have to do it. I said his last night. His last night as a 1-year-old. He's going to live. He's going to die.
Is he going to drown in the tub? What are you talking about?
He's not going to be a baby anymore. He's going to be 1. Yeah, he's still going to be a baby.
Yeah, and still a baby.
He's not even walking yet. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
She's like, he'll be a toddler now. I don't know how the technicalities of that stuff work. What constitutes being a toddler? But it's.
Do you remember being emotional over Peyton or Cade turning 1?
No, I'm not. I just look at it like this is great. It's part of life. It's going to happen. I was never emotional over their ages or anything like that for my older two at all.
I mean, I feel I have empathy for her. I sympathize with her, but I also think it's kind of silly.
It is. And she thinks she recognizes that it's silly.
Yeah.
She recognizes that her emotions are just completely out of check this week when it comes to this baby being 1 year. I'm emotional now over my son's age because I'm like, dude, you're 21. We got to get your life going.
It's more depressing in a different way.
What are you doing? Damn it.
Yeah.
Help me help you.
Yeah. That's
But yeah,
crazy.
no, I was never like that about either one of my other two kids as they got older. I don't know, it just didn't occur. Now, obviously, there are some birthdays that are big. Like 18's a big one.
Yeah.
21 was a big one for both my kids. We did something really special for their 21st birthdays. But I also told them, hey, after this, birthdays kind of go downhill. Don't expect a lot from Dad.
That's kind of the last
Dad's
big
done
one.
the job. You know what I mean? After 21, 30, you got friends and stuff, whatever.
Yeah, it's just the day.
I just think too many things. I think too much is made about birthdays anyway.
Yeah. Oh,
There's
100%.
a lot of stress that goes with birthdays. I was never a big birthday. Oh, it's my birthday. Big, it was never a big thing for me.
Yeah, because you're a guy. I think, for generally speaking, it's not a big deal for guys like it is for girls.
Agreed. You might be like, hey, it's my 21st Saturday. Let's all get together and do something. That's about the extent of it, I think, for most guys.
Yeah. Who cares when you turn 33? No one.
You don't even care when you turn 30.
Hell no.
Much less when you get my age.
Yeah.
It's like, oh God, please don't. Let's don't. Shh. Don't tell anybody about it.
This is Ace and Friends.
Hey, radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.